Welcome everyone, glad you're here. We're just a little bit different. We're gonna start out by playing sort of a little game. So here's what I want you to do. If you enjoy golfing, would you just please stand up? Right where you're at, please stand up. If you enjoy golfing.
What if you're golfing but you don't enjoy it?
Okay. We will add, for my broker,
Yeah.
we will add, or if, what was it, Troy? Or if you do golf but don't enjoy it. Stacy? All right, okay. The next question is, stay standing if you want to go to the golf event. If you don't, it's okay.
When is it? I mean,
It is,
24. What is
Just
it?
like easier
it's on a Thursday.
11 to 3 is what they've got scheduled.
It's on a Thursday during the week. Kind of the same time to have the bowling thing, but this is golf. So,
What if you're already registered?
okay,
Next question.
if you are already registered and already are going, go ahead and sit down.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm paid. I'm not paid. I might win something.
So we have 1, 2. So let me just get this straight. If you're standing, you would golf. You either like golf or you would golf. You don't have a ticket to the event, but you would go. You're available that day. And the person that writes your checks would let you go. Okay. I didn't say anything. I didn't even get eye contact. Okay, so and I'm sorry. Your name again?
Christy.
Christy. And Christy.
Yeah.
Can you guys both come up and stand right here? Oh, and we have one more? Yeah, just come up here. Just come up right to this row. Yeah, just right there. You can bring your stuff. You can bring your stuff. It's good. Just this row. It's nothing bad. Just trying to fill the rows. Okay. So what I have here is this is a registration basically for one person, and to you it's a $70 value. To whoever wins, it's free and has some instructions on here. So very simple. We're down to 3. We're gonna pick a number. You guys are gonna pick a number between 1 and 20. And whoever's the closest will win it. You guys still want it? Yeah. All right. So, and for participating, you guys, if you don't mind sitting up here, it'd be awesome. You guys can sit down. You can sit down. Thank you. And then there are a few more seats here. So, Kirsten has the number, and go ahead and shout it out.
7,
18.
13, 19.
Congratulations! I appreciate you guys playing. This is it, and it has instructions who to email. And if they have any questions, Rocky Dixon can verify that that's been paid for. So congratulations! Welcome! Glad you guys are here. We have some upcoming classes. See, I threw Kirsten off. It's my fault. Ignite started again, and we have several Ignite classes. For those of you that haven't been, they're wonderful, they're awesome. It's for class. This is a class designed for someone who wants to do at least 16 units per year. So if you're not doing 16 units a year, but you want to do 16 units, perfect class, and the rest of them are up there. I had mentioned, we had mentioned in an email that we were going to have a special guest. I believed it because I even posted it on Facebook, but I didn't say who the special guest was. And I apologize, it's totally my error. It's next Wednesday. That was not planned, I promise. This is Brian for you. No, but next week he will be here next week. And I promise you'll want to be here. Great person, and someone that if I was in business, if I lived in Tulare County, I would want to meet this person. All right, moving on. Mega RSTLM. We talked about that last week, June 24th and 25th. If you're growing your team, if you're looking at hiring, this will take you through the process. Highly recommend it, and I will be there. System 7 workshop will be on Monday. It's a hosted lunch. Where's it at, Kirsten?
It's here.
Third floor?
In this
Okay.
room.
And what is System 7?
There's a flyer in your packets on your chairs. It's with Ralph Kurtz. He is a business coach, so he's going to be taking you through how to become the before, after, or during and after of successful agents, basically. And it's free, and they are providing lunch. It's just 40 minutes, so it starts at 12:30.
We have to RSVP if you want.
Yes,
And
by
lunch.
Friday.
Lunch is included in the 40 minutes?
It is. It's a
So,
working
you
one.
can hardly pass that up. We're gonna go to the market update and some pretty interesting stuff. We'll go to the first slide. This is a single family average price per square foot. Is anyone surprised that it went up in March?
Yes.
Is anyone not surprised? I'm not surprised. I mean, you're not feeling that out there, the values? So prices per square foot, which I don't focus a lot on per square foot, but they have gone up over our dormant winter. We'll go to the next one. It's for Tulare County. Price range, green, what's for sale, blue is what's sold, days on market. And I think, let me grab my notes. This screen, when you look at it, there's not huge discrepancies, but when we go to the next one, you will see that there's not a ton of homes selling in that 300 to $1 million. Can you flip back to the last one?
Sure.
Quick math, about 35 to 40% of homes in this price range are selling each month. 35 to 40%. The next one, and that goes up to $299. The price range where we start to get 300 and above, approximately 11% of homes are selling each month. That's approximate. Why is this important? It's just one of those things when you're talking to your upper end sellers to prepare them for a little bit longer on market. But what's the number one factor that causes a home to sell timely? Price, right. So if it's priced right, it should sell.
So
Okay.
one home above 500,000 sold in March
In March.
in
And there's
Tulare County.
48 on the market. And on average, they've been on the market for 132 days. Yep. And since 2010, there has not been a $1 million home closed escrow in Visalia. You might know that? City limits. I'm not talking about country properties, land, commercial, but a single family home that is sold for over $1 million in the city limits of Visalia. I think there's a couple pending, so that might change. But if somebody finds something since 2010 that has closed escrow in the city limits of Visalia for over $1 million that wasn't commercial or on acreage or something like that, please let me know.
Is that just MLS sales you're talking about, Greg?
MLS. Sometime the MLS. Yes, correct. Good point. Tulare County single family home and units. This blue line is for sale. So for sale has been about the same. Inventory is down. Excuse me. The market capture and the amounts of months of inventory is down, but the total number of properties is about the same. Hasn't changed too much, higher than what it was a year ago. Sold, you can see that we closed quite a few more in March. This is the MLS as a whole. Quite a few in March than we did the previous 2 months. That's fairly typical because this is stuff closing that sold in probably December, November, January. And then the pendings. Pendings in March, way up from December. December very slow, you guys probably felt that. January was slow, February started to pick up. March, to me, was a very, very hot market. And then the last, okay. Tulare County single family homes, months of inventory, here's where you see it. So remember last year around this time in April, March, how there was not very much inventory at all. And what happened to values, right? Values went up probably 12% from March to July. And then we went through the summer and then winter hit and it was pretty slow and not as much activity through the winter. And now we see a drop down in months of supply. So that's if there was not any new listings put on the market moving forward, that's how long it would take for the existing listings to be sold to be gone, based on how many homes are selling per month. So 3.5 months of inventory we have right now, which is quite a bit closer to a seller's market than it is to a buyer's market. One thing to add to that, I would say is, I'll just say this. In November, December, and January, I cannot remember having a multiple offer on any of my listings. And I would say in the month of March and so far in April, I would across the board, everyone has had multiple offers. Like some of them 5 and 6 offers. So something's changed out there, and I'm just sharing that with you. What does that mean? How can I use that on a daily basis? I would say if it's a home that just hit the market and or a home that's priced right after a reduction or something like that, and you're writing an offer, just write it strong. Write it really good, because there's probably also others that potentially would like that home, especially in the under $300,000 price range. We saw that on an earlier slide, right? Under 200, even more fierce. Under 150, turnkey, extremely fierce. Okay, next one. Median sold price. So there it is again. Price per square foot went up a little bit. Median sold price is 165, up from 160 from last month, and an average of about 160, 161 over the last 6 months. And if you look at a year ago, 140, 165. So I did the quick math, and the same home that sold a year ago, we make $780 gross commission more today on the same home, just based on the price. So we just need it to go up another 20%. And this to me is just a hangover from the slow winter. This has days on market at 75, which is an incline. I really think that's based on homes that were listed late October, November, December, January, have been sitting there. The market was slower. Now they're starting to recapture. I think we'll see that probably drop in the next couple months, but I wouldn't read too much into that. The other reason homes stay on the market is sometimes they are overpriced. If a seller is pricing their home in November, last November, was that 5 months ago? Based on June values, they're probably going to be overpriced in most neighborhoods, because June was a higher values in May, June, July than it was in October, November, December. In my opinion, I believe they dropped a little bit, but now are back up from the fall. Any quick question on that? I'll take one. Okay, awesome. Through market share. Okay, good stuff. This is market share for Kings County MLS. You can see here Keller Williams almost double the next closest competitor, Central 21. That is in units, and in volume. There it is again, almost double. I think it is double. The next closest. Total profit share. Oh, I'm sorry. We're moving out to Porterville.
Okay.
And Porterville.
Oh my goodness.
Keller Williams, 37, second month in a row. They're number one. This is Melson Realty, and that's Keller Williams Realty.
Yeah.
See those guys in Porterville. I was out there this morning. Their sales meeting at 9, and I was able to share this with them. Very excited group, great group. I mean, it was cool being out there, to tell you the truth. Saw a pheasant, beautiful, 6 colors on it. Saw the hills. No, a true story. And then this is based on volume. Again, Keller Williams number 1, Melson number 2, Home Realty number 3. So second month in a row, they're number 1 in that category. If you see do we have any Porterville agents that are here? Porterville-based agents? Yes. Okay. Now, if you see anyone from Porterville, tell them congratulations. That's awesome. And then we do not have statistics for this office, but we were also, the best that we could tell, number 1 for the several months in a row. So that's all you guys. Congratulations. So we'll keep it that way. Yeah. That's what we're figuring. Main Street Escrow. We have somebody from Main Street Escrow. Yeah, Rachel.
You got a woo-woo.
Just want to say thank you, and we appreciate for the continued support through the growing pains of Main Street Escrow. March did about the same as February, so we're in the low 40s, so the escrow is continuing. And we do have help on the way. Kevin so graciously has shared Lori Anderson, so she's been coming in the afternoons, which is great. And then we have our assistant, Kim, who's starting Monday the 14th, but she's been coming in the afternoons here and there, helping. She's awesome. I gave her a file yesterday, and she just worked it from beginning to end in like the hour or 2 hours that she was there. It's godsend.
And a tough file, too.
It was a tough one. It was mobile home. I don't even want to touch those, so I'm thankful to take deal with it. And then Tracy is starting on the 21st, so a week from this Monday. She's come in and will soon fully be staffed and good to go. So appreciate the help in the growing pains. Don't have much to say. I'm not going to do the whole SI, all that routine. We'll do that again.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks.
Thank you. One of the things that that you can control is how hard you try, and for that, Rachel gets an A+. I mean, the girl works really hard, and those of you that were here last week, I witnessed her being down here 7, 8, 9, 10, even past midnight to try to catch up on the files. So just to recap, Moy and Rachel are down there working hard. Kim Ramsey, from some of you may know her from Tulare County Escrow. She's starting on the 14th, which is Monday. She is helping part-time right now, but she'll be here full-time on the 14th. And then Tracy Rouse from Chicago Title, formerly from Chicago Title, she'll be starting on the 21st, which is a week from Monday. And how many people in here have ever done a transaction with Lori Anderson? I'm dating myself just a little bit, but Lori Anderson, 30 years of title and escrow experience, and she's working at Main Street Escrow in the afternoons from approximately noon to 5. She works in the morning for a taskmaster in Tulare named Joe Espinoza, so tries to get over here by noon. Country Club Mortgage. Do we have Barbara here? I thought I saw Barbara. Oh, Leo, all right, come on up.
They asked the new guy to come over and talk to you
There you
guys.
go.
Everybody else kind of bailed on me.
We scared everyone else off.
My name's Leo Espino, Country Club Mortgage. I just swallowed my Tic Tac. I went. Okay. Let's see. We have a new loan officer. Cindy? Cindy Denmark? So we're building up the sales staff as well. And we're always talking about interest rates, and I don't want to talk about interest rates. I want to talk about something that maybe you guys, most of you should know, but I got a $5 bill. I'm going to give it to whoever can answer this question. It's an easy question, that's why it's only $5. Okay? You're writing up an offer for an investor who wants to go out and buy a rental property. And in this market, we've got people that are still trying to get the seller to help out with closing costs and so on. So my question, and raise your hand if you think you know the answer, because I'm going to go to our experienced judge over there, Felicia, and say, is this right or wrong? Okay? What is the allowable seller participation on investment property?
2%.
Very good, right? See how easy that is? Now, why is this important for you to know? Last thing you want to do is write up an offer at 3% participation, and then have your lender tell you can't do it. It's got to be 2%, no more than 2%. Then you have to go back and explain to your buyer that, you know, we just gave up 1% because Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae guidelines don't allow for 3% participation. Okay?
Good point.
So, anyway, it keeps you active. I wanted to throw something out there that's just an easy question. Anybody have any questions?
What are the interest rates?
No?
That was easy. Approximately, what are the interest rates?
Interest rates. Roughly, FHA interest rates are roughly running about 4.125 to 4.25%. They dipped down just a little bit yesterday. So conventional is running roughly around 4.625. So owner occupied, of course, and that's given the fact that you've got 685 scores or above. Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Leo.
Okay.
Country Club Mortgage. So Leo mentioned, and last week, I believe Scott mentioned that Cindy Tenbrook is with Country Club Mortgage. And I just wanted to take a second because Cindy and I, we have a history about a decade long of working together. And for those of you that have not worked with Cindy, I just want to say how excited I am that she is at Country Club Mortgage. For me, it's amazing because like I said, we've been working together. She's been the lender that I've worked with for 10 years, almost 10 years now. And I can still remember this transaction in Exeter that Cindy was doing the loan that did not close. I remember the house, I remember Joe's words to me, I remember almost everything about it. And do you know why I remember that? Because it's the only time in 10 years and hundreds, probably close to 1,000 transactions, that a loan that Cindy has been on that didn't close. So the other way of putting it is, when Cindy says that she can get the loan funded and closed, it will fund and close 99.9% of the time. And I will say this, that one time that it happened out of hundreds and hundreds of times that we've had transactions with Cindy, she won't say this, but I am convinced that the buyer did something wrong. I know that they did, or didn't do something that they were supposed to do. And I have 100% trust in her. She's simply a closer, and I'm very happy that you're with our MSA Country Club, and I know Country Club is very excited that you're over there too. So, I'm sure you guys say hello. Red Day, Hollis, can you talk to us about Red Day?
This is, are we Red Day or Cinco de Mayo?
Whatever one's fine.
Okay. I guess we'll start with Red Day and go backwards. Red Day is May 8th. Visalia, we are doing happy trails. We'll start out there at 8 a.m. We'll be done by 11. Your lunch will be delivered to Tulare, and Tulare is doing Grandma's house. And we did Grandma's house last year. A lot of people from Visalia ended up working the Visalia one and going to Tulare to help finish up there. So we'll be doing basic kind of clean out services of yard, and I don't know what else is on there. Planting flowers, laying sod, and planting trees in Tulare. Hanford is doing, working in the Salvation Army, sorting and organizing boxes of food for the Salvation Army there. And then Porterville, is Sarah here to talk about it? I don't think she is. Okay, they're hosting a parking lot sale with all proceeds being donated to the Porterville Area Coordinating Council.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Theirs is going to be Saturday, May 10th, and they are also accepting donations of travel-sized shampoos, conditioners, soaps, shaving cream. And if you guys are willing to donate, you can bring it here to the Visalia office, and Porterville agents will be coming to pick it up, I believe like the 29th of April. So.
Okay.
And the organization that they're supporting, they help a lot of different people, but the Keller Williams office or the business center in Porterville specifically said that they would like that to go to children. So children that are in need, children that are foster children or orphan children. So it's a good thing. If you have some of those items that Kirsten said, or you can pick some up, just drop them off here at the office. We'll have a designated spot for you. Or in Tulare, they'll go by Tulare and pick them up as well. I would imagine Hanford as well.
Okay, and then to go along with Red Day is our Red Day shirts. These are different from last year's. They do not have the year on them or the date on them at all. But so they are $8, not $12 like we said last time. And we talked to Kirsten for shirts. And then May 5th in the petting zoo at 3:30. Huh? The petting zoo is that area in the parking lot that looks exactly like a petting zoo.
Except there are no pets.
Except there is nothing to pet.
Will we have any pets this time?
No, unless you want to bring a dog.
Are you volunteering?
Are you
I'm
volunteering? Do you have a goat to bring
You
to the
just pet
petting
my
zoo?
head.
Okay.
Zoo.
Church's shares so that you can wear it in 2015. And when you figure it that way, then it's $4 a year, right? Broker 60 seconds. Oh.
All right.
I'm getting some music, intro music.
We really do, Nate. And so, anyway, I can talk slower today because I got the title changed. Okay, so anyway, as you guys have noticed, the market changing from January, February to all of a sudden March, the court came out, right, and all of a sudden everybody's buying. And now appraisals are being done on the properties you sold in March. And the first 3 appraisals that I had being done on the 14 properties my team sold in March are all short. Okay, so what does a short appraisal mean?
Tears.
What does it mean? Tears? Some crying and wailing?
Renegotiating.
That's right. A short sale, a short appraisal means renegotiation, okay? So an agent once told me when I was a young agent that just because an appraisal is short doesn't mean we renegotiate, Troy. He was helping educate me, in which case my rapier wit, I came back and I said, the definition of a short appraisal is renegotiation. And so we renegotiated it, because that's what it is, right? A short appraisal doesn't mean that the one of the 3 ways that it can be handled. So what are the 3 ways that a short appraisal can be handled?
Call the appraiser.
Call the appraiser. That's the first thing you should do, and you'll get not very far. But yeah, but because you can see the low sales in December, January, and February, a lot of times they have to go outside their radius in order to get supporting comps, right? And then not only that, they like to bracket it. They like to have one that's a larger home, more money, and then do a reduction in value to get to yours, and then they want one that's a smaller home, lower money. Yes?
Seller could drop the price.
Seller could drop the price to match the appraisal?
Buyer can pay the difference because it's just one man's opinion on value.
That's correct. Buyer can pay the difference,
Lender credit.
or you could negotiate something else, but what that would say is you could meet somewhere in the middle, right? All 3 of these, basically I have one of each of those things happening on these 3 appraisals. But what I want you doing as agents is I want you prepping your sellers. First of all, hold to your comps, okay? Because people are like, oh, the market went up, right, last year, so we should ask for more money. Well, what else is sold there? And make sure that you're taking a CMA and that you're showing them that, are you prepared? If we put it on the market for this price and we get that, are we going to be able to get an appraisal for it? Because unless we're selling your house, cash deal, with no appraisal contingency, people are going to need an appraisal in order to buy it with a loan, right? So are you prepared to come down on the price? And then make sure that you've got a good working relationship with the other agents, because obviously when you have a short appraisal, you need to be able to say, okay, what can your buyer give? If you're representing the seller, what, will they give up their closing costs? Can they pay their own closing costs and we'll take the $10,000 off, or whatever? But definitely you have to realize that you're going to be working with that other agent. So hold your comps on your listing appointments and make that, even if you decide to list it for more than what your comps are showing, which is fine, but have that conversation with your sellers, okay? Have that conversation that, hey, if this does not appraise, because we're not showing the comps right now, if it does not appraise and we sell it, what are we gonna do with a short appraisal? Where are you willing to go, okay? Last but not least, I am announcing on behalf of Barbara Zito that the TCMLS Scholarship and Benevolent Fund, we need donations for the TCMLS Scholarship and Benevolent Fund. So if you guys realize that they give out scholarships every year, I think last year they gave out 15 $1,000 scholarships to students. And a lot of us have family members that have applied for that scholarship, but we'd really like to do this as part of the golf fundraising. So I am donating, she volunteered me to donate $25 for that benevolent fund, but I really, if you can, just make it out to TCMLS for $25 and give it to Kirsten, right? Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Thanks guys, go fight sell.
Thank you, Troy. Success stories, fill buckets. Do you have any of those? Anybody want to fill buckets? Wayne.
I had a listing I wanted to announce, a new listing in Oak Ranch on Avenue 313. The home is a 4-bedroom and 2-bath, all remodeled, new pretty much everything, new roof, new windows, flooring, stainless steel LG appliances, including a high-grade fridge, and the price on that one's $254, 18,000 foot lot with a pool. Nice home.
Wow. Square footage, Wayne?
Huh?
Square footage?
1914. Nice home. Another new listing on Road 144, I think the address is 34199. It's 10 acres and a remodeled 3,100 foot home, gorgeous home. Property also has an 8-car garage shop with an office, and a second residence that is 2-bedroom, 1-bath, that's also remodeled. Need property, it's a park-like setting. 627.5 is the price of that. You want?
I'd like to announce a price reduction on one of the properties that I'm helping Agent Con with. It's 6220 Buena Vista, 5-bedroom, 3 baths. It was at $359,000 and now it's $353,000.
Thank you.
I just reduced my 410 Denton house by $14,000, guys, so please sell. It's at 405 now. Okay, that's all.
Pinnacles.
That's all. Yeah.
Pinnacles, Lenore. Anybody else? Announcement, fill the bucket, success stories. I want to fill a bucket. Oh, go ahead, Rachel. Yeah,
I want to fill Jason's bucket.
right on.
He's been awesome in facilitating Main Street Escrow and getting workstations set up as well as Jack, but also communicating between agents and TCs and escrow, and I think he really busts his butt for everybody.
Ditto. I want to thank the entire office and specifically the staff for making me feel very welcome on my first 8 days on the job. And specifically, Kirsten, you've really helped me out a lot. God bless you. So thank you all, appreciate it. And then also, I wanted to specifically thank Lori Anderson for helping out with Rachel and the team down there at Main Street Escrow. She's not here, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. So, any other success stories or buckets to fill? Oh, it's all hand. Felicia, did I see a hand?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you all for being here very much. And don't forget, next week, very special guest. Guys, have an awesome day.
They called each other. You know they did.
Oh, that was great.
They're like, we're just trying to be big. Remember that?